Can we just give a round of applause? Juwan Taylor. Zero penalties, baby. Let's go.
Hey, welcome to Thy Kingdom Come. We're a podcast where we talk all things Chiefs and NFL. I'm Justyn, sitting next to my boy Dionte, and Josiah is back behind the camera doing behind-the-camera things. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. That works. You look disappointed. No?
No. He's just waking up.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we've got a lot to talk about today. So we're gonna start. We're just gonna start with injuries. We're gonna start. There was a lot of injuries around the league. The only ones we care about are the Chiefs. So we got. That sounds so bad. That sounds so bad, but it's true. First being new injuries. Juju Smith-Schuster retweaked that hamstring on the first drive of the game on Sunday, and he's already ruled out for Week 8.
And come to find out, his shoe was untied. Was
it really?
I don't know.
Oh, dang, that would make so much sense. Like, think about that, man. If his shoe's untied, he has no footing.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, that's it. But all right, he's injured. He won't be in the game Sunday, and he's week to week after that. And then unfortunate news for our cornerback room. Jalen Watson is out for the year with they're saying lower leg injury. It's a broken ankle. He broke his ankle.
Broke that mug, man.
And it didn't look great. He went down a couple plays before that.
Yeah, and came back in the game.
And
then he was just in crazy pain.
Yeah. I wonder if he just thought it was like an ankle sprain at first.
Ooh.
But playing on that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
And he had been playing pretty well.
He was playing pretty well
up to the 7 weeks.
But we'll get into it. His replacements came in and did a really good job. We've got those two guys injured. Mike Dana is shown as questionable, and do you know why? I don't know why.
Mike Dana was
it a pick?
Was it a pick? I think it was a pick because he was out this week.
Yeah, I don't remember. He's shown as questionable for the weekend.
I think it's pectoral
muscle. It's not showing. I clicked on it, and it's not showing me anything. So I can't remember, and that's okay. But, yeah, he's questionable for the weekend as well. Everyone else who has been healthy is healthy. That includes our now 4-man receiver room.
Yep. Yes.
Man. Okay. So that being said, let's just dive right into the recap, man.
Yeah. So we'll get into it. The Chiefs coming out. We came out with the dub, 28-18. This was
score some points, baby.
Yep. Super Bowl rematch, and this was Andy Reid is 5-0 against Shanahan.
Dude,
so
that sucks.
So yes,
it sucks so much for Shanahan.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just frustrated. And we know coming into the game, both of the teams have been a little banged up.
Yep.
CMC hasn't played for them in the game. Brandon Ayuk ended up tearing his ACL from a hit that was it looked like the hit looked like more rib, but when you saw the actual hit when they slowed it down, it was his knee hyperextended. It really looked like Rashee Rice's.
Yeah, or it went the wrong way.
Yeah, so
and the hit was on. It wasn't like the hit was like super. It was on his thigh. You know what I mean? So it's not like he was diving at the knee. The hit was on the thigh.
Yep, so just the direction which he planted and the hit. Yep. And then for them also Debo, I think came in first series or whatever, but pneumonia. The sickness or whatever, saw him walking off. So, and then continued without Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, Pacheco out. So, both just a little banged up, but both trying to come in and make the best of it. Which, we ended up putting up 28 points, and they were all touchdowns.
Yeah.
We have struggled majorly, being 29th in the league for red zone scoring.
Yep.
So it was good just to see those 4 touchdowns.
Yep.
Considering these stats with Patrick Mahomes only throwing 154 yards, and he did have 2 picks. One which the defensive lineman just...
it was a great play.
It was a great play.
It was a great play.
It was a great play. So, his stats weren't great.
Right.
But
my thing on that play is your offensive lineman, which we had Trey Smith and Creed Humphrey. Was it Trey or was it Joe?
It was on the right. It was on the right side.
So Trey Smith and Creed Humphrey. Creed Humphrey was blocking. Trey Smith initially jabbed, but then he went out to the out, but nobody was there. I'm like, you got to stay on that block with Creed, and like to keep that lineman's hands down. But realistically, it's just one of those things that just a fluke thing. You know what I mean? Just a fluke thing.
Yep. And he was sacked twice for 9 yards. So. Not terrible there at least. And so, before with saying that, can we just give a round of applause? Juwan Taylor, zero penalties, baby. Let's go.
Hey, that was great.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great.
Yeah, that was really
Although a lot of people were calling for penalties. He did a great job this week of when somebody beat him to the outside. Once they got to his hip, he let go.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are like, oh, he's up around his head. He's up around his head. Well, when he's within your shoulders, you can kind of do that. Right? But once Bosa and Warner or whoever else he's blocking, once they got around to his hip, he was releasing, which is what the referees want to see. Right?
Yep. So, that was great news on the day for sure. And we hope to see that continue to improve. In the rushing game, Kareem Hunt with another big day, 22 carries for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he was instrumental again in that red zone, scoring us a couple touchdowns, which was fantastic to see. And all of our touchdowns came from rushing. Patrick Mahomes, had a rushing touchdown where he just, flicked the hit stick and just kind of, but he said it was because of the dad bod help. So, shout out to all the dad bods, baby.
Oh my gosh!
But all things considering, I'm sure the defender, not trying, the quarterback is stepping to the end zone to not get a penalty. You gotta, let up a little bit. And then then Mahomes just trying to.
It didn't look like Mustafa came in light though, man. It looked like he came in heavy. It's just he hit Mahomes up high in the shoulder, because he's trying to stop him from getting to the end zone. But he's coming at an angle when Mahomes is coming straight. That usually doesn't pan out well, especially when the guy's got 20 pounds on you.
Yeah.
Poor guy. He
He
jumped on X and he said that. I'm getting roasted because of all the memes and stuff.
Right. That was just a great run of Patrick Mahomes. We seen in the game when you watch another great run where he went for 33 yards when he did a couple fakes and jukes, and they just couldn't get him now. Patrick Mahomes in the run game is pretty elusive. So that was great.
I just love that picture.
That picture's great.
That is pretty good. It's pretty good.
May have to throw it up, but
yeah. Him getting trucked, so that was pretty good. And then McCole Hardman, he had a great overall game.
Killer. He's a Niners killer, man.
Yeah. He had a great overall game. He had 2 carries, 38 yards, 1 touchdown. And, in that jet sweep that he scored that, you can just tell in the game at that moment, 49ers thinking, oh, they're going to run a ball up the middle, just kind of keep the clock rolling. At least if they get the first down, if they don't, then they'll kick a field goal.
Right.
And we come with a play with the jet sweep that just sends them on around. Mm-hmm. And obviously everybody was stacked in the middle.
Yeah.
And, got to the 1 yard line and Fortune come in to help them out to push them in there. With a couple defenders on him. So, McCole Hardman, he had he just stepped up in ways. He had 1 catch for 17 yards. Mm-hmm. We all probably thought and looked like that McCole Hardman would have caught that receiving touchdown that Mahomes just, was off on his throw that looked like the Tom and Jerry play.
McCole Hardman also slipped on his initial route. I don't know if you caught that. But on his plant, it wasn't a big slip, but his foot slid like a foot to a foot and a half on his out route, and he was still bent over when Mahomes released that ball. If he could have got to the upright position, he still might have caught that ball too.
No, there was no chance. The ball was on the – that was the play in the end zone where the ball was on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ball was here, and Mahomes –
Right, well, if he doesn't slip and, like, he gets upright, like, I think he can catch that ball.
I don't think he had a chance.
No.
When you show the replay of that play,
see if you can.
I don't think he had a chance.
Yeah, going right back to it. Hard in the in and then right back out.
See if you can find that.
And then and also continuing as he looks it up, Noah Gray in the receiving room had 4 catches, led for 66 yards.
Noah Gray went off.
Yep, and he had 1 for 26 yards. So Noah Gray is, he stepped up.
He's one of our leading receivers.
Yeah, he stepped up in a big way because we know now even more without Rashee Rice, just the attention that Kelsey is drawing. He had 4 receptions for 17 yards. And so, some of that is what it is. We've seen a nice play that Worthy was able to catch when Mahomes was basically being tackled, and he flips it to him to get a first down. We had the other play where the end zone play. The end zone play that was dialed up that we scored a touchdown when we had 4 guys in a 3-point stance. I'm pretty sure that this play was made up when Andy Reid was on vacation at some point. Like, hey, this would be really cool to do. He's sitting on his balcony, looking at the beach, and he's like, So he had Travis Kelce in a 3-point stand. He had Kareem Hunt in a 3-point stand, Patrick Mahomes in a 3-point stance, and Carson Wentz in a 3-point stance.
Right.
And so all of them down. So,
you see them all in a 3-point stance.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to get the ball in a 3-point stance?
Yeah, you're
man?
like, what is about
You got
to
no idea
happen?
who's getting that ball.
No, not at all. So the snap comes, Carson Wentz gets it, and then kind of is going to the left and gives a handoff to Kareem Hunt in the inside and score a touchdown. So just some of that trickery. It was it's nice to see, and we capitalize on it,
Right?
Especially in the red zone, which has been a struggle. So we've seen just some fantastic plays. We do need the note, and let's just say it here. It is time to move on with Sky Moore.
Oh my gosh!
It is like give Nico, Justyn
Ross,
or
Montrell right.
Opportunity. Like, here's the you want to know the crazy stat about Sky Moore's stats is Wanye Morris and Patrick Mahomes has more receiving yards than Sky Moore. Check that out, and more touchdowns
on less targets.
On less targets.
I'll wait.
I'll drink to that.
I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll drink my water for that.
Let that soak in.
It's
so.
Well, and like I get it, you guys. We drafted him, and like he made big play in the Super Bowl a couple years ago,
which was his first touchdown on the year.
Which was his first touchdown on the year that year. But here's the thing: at this point in this season, it's a pattern, right? Mm-hmm. Because last season it was the same thing. Mm-hmm. He had more catches. He had more yards. There's a reason why he's only had 3 targets on the season when we only have 4 receivers.
Well, and he played quite a bit of snaps in this game, too, when Juju went out.
Yep.
He played quite a bit of snaps as well. So it's just
there's a reason. And let's be honest. When Sky Moore's in the game, everyone knows he's not getting the ball.
Right.
Everyone knows he's not getting the ball.
And on that play, like, it wasn't like Patrick Mahomes, the best throw he could throw, but he put it in a position that
he can catch it.
Could catch it. And
at first Twitter was blowing up because everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, he caught the ball! He caught the ball!" And then they did the replay, and everybody said, "I regret what I said."
Yeah.
It was absolutely insane.
Yeah, I just think, man, I think at this point of where we're at, especially in our receiver room, which we'll get to some great news there, but considering that, I just think, what is it to hurt? You know what I mean?
To try one of these other guys.
They know the playbook. They've all 3 of them have been around at least 2 years, and so like why not give them a shot to capitalize on an opportunity, especially like Nico. I think he got some hands, bro.
Perfect replacement for Sky. He can return the ball.
Yep.
And he can he can catch the ball out of the backfield or like on jet sweeps or I mean, he's a perfect replacement for Sky Moore.
Right.
Perfect replacement. Montrell looked fantastic.
Oh yeah,
in the preseason.
In the offseason, he looked really well.
He looked great. He I mean, pretty much fought for a spot where nobody was sure who was going to fill that 7th role as a receiver. You know, so
yeah, I had to say it. I had to get that out. I just think it's time to move on.
Yeah.
From the guy and just just let him find his way and we continue to move on.
Get him out of here.
You know.
And I hate saying that, man.
Yeah.
When Sky Moore came out of college, it was like, dang, like he was making catches. He was making catches in the preseason. He was catching the ball. He has tree trunks for legs. We're like, oh man, that dude's gonna be able to run people over. But he's just like the hype was too big. I feel like the pressure maybe a little bit too high, especially with not having big number 1 guys. You know, we've been puzzling our wide receiver room together for the past 3 years, and I mean, it's disappointing to see because you want a guy to do well, especially on a team that's 6-0.
Yeah.
Like a team that's 6-0. Oh, why are we calling for somebody to go down? Realistically, it's because we ain't got nobody else.
Yep.
He's shown he can't catch the ball. We need to give somebody an opportunity to show they can.
Yep. And I think it's just that moment to it. But I guess we'll see what happens. And, I want the best for him, and we need the best from him.
Yeah.
Because, we're finding ways to win the game. So, and then the other big highlight was just our defense overall, man. Our defense is just playing stout. They got 3 interceptions from Brock Purdy, and kept him from throwing a touchdown. The run game was locked up. Mason didn't have anything really big or major. He had 126-yard run, but outside of that, I mean, they stepped up, stuffed him.
So they said there was 1 sack for 3 yards. I think there was another sack, unless he got back to the line of scrimmage and they're not calling a sack because he got to the line of scrimmage. But I thought there was a couple of guys who got Brock Purdy in the backfield. I could be wrong, but
it could be.
They're saying it's just 1 sack for 3 yards, and that sack was our boy Georgie.
Yeah,
Georgie Karlaftis.
The Karlaftis, yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
So, and then again, we continue to struggle a little bit with tight ends because George Kittle did go off a little bit for 6 for 92, but no touchdowns there.
Right. Well, and a lot of that was in garbage time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He had a really big catch, that 50-yard catch or 40-yard catch, whatever it was, in the 4th quarter. So, I mean, up until that point, he didn't really have a whole lot. Cowing had that 2 catches. I think my watch is trying to talk to me.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's watch is trying to talk to him. But Cowing had that 1 big catch. He had 50 yards total. I think that 1 catch was like 40 yards or 35 yards, something 41. Like that. 41 yards. Oh, yeah, I see him there.
And I would say that one, I mean, I know you kind of mentioned it earlier, but that one, was, after Watson's out and Najee Johnson was in the game.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he thought he had safety help on the top, but he bit on that double move and got burnt on that. Luckily, he fell to the ground.
Right.
And, was not able to continue to run into the end zone.
Brock Purdy's 2 deep passes, the one to George Kittle and the one to Cowing, were both underthrown.
Yeah,
those are touchdowns if he throws them over the top.
Yeah, because the one was against Justin Reed, right? Yep, that's right.
Well, yeah. Oh, George Kittle burned Justin Reed.
Yeah.
Like, Justin Reed came crashing down here because George Kittle is usually a guy, kind of like Travis Kelce, get to a spot and sit. So I think Reed was trying to jump that, but then George kept running, and, it was an underthrown ball, which if Justin Reed throws his hand up like a millisecond sooner, I think like the trajectory of where his hand was, he's probably tipping that ball.
Yep.
But so him being able to recover that well is pretty good, but it was against a tight end. So
our defense is just they're playing extremely well against a tough opponent.
Yeah.
And we've seen it in the first 6 weeks that they just played extremely well. So huge.
I can't find that Mecole Hardman clip. Just so you guys know.
Huge shout out just to the defense and how they're playing. And they're keeping us in moments. You got to think. I mean, we did have 2 turnovers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they stepped up. They stepped up huge to get us turnovers as well. And so Spags, man, they're keeping them rolling. So I just want to see the offense continue to just pick up the defense more. Keep them off the field at different times. And so this was a big win against Super Bowl rematch. Both sides, banged up with some injuries. But came out to play, and it was just good just to get that win against them, another tough opponent. So, that game was in the bag, and I think, again, got to clean up the turnovers for sure. We cleaned up some of the offensive penalties and just how the line, played well there. We just got to get a few more guys to kind of step up in moments, which, there was P. Ryan had that big play that he caught the ball for, 22 yards. Justin Watson had the 1 yard for 8 or 1 catch for 8, which put us, I think, like third and short or something like that to set us up to move the ball there. Kareem Hunt had a couple passes, and which one that was on a third down, he caught, juked the defender, and was able to get the first down. So that was.
We didn't talk about this at all, but CRW and Jaden Hicks both got their first interceptions of their career. So congrats to those two. But I think us being able to go 4 for 5 in the red zone. That one fluke tipped pass by the defensive lineman, great play that we didn't convert on. But 4 for 5, it shows. Well, in several drives, we ran the ball straight. We ran the ball 10 times, in a row on one drive.
We ran the ball extremely well. Well.
It's showing that we're utilizing that so we can open up the pass. That was a great thing to see, and I think we're going to continue to do that against the Raiders.
Yep.
So
so that's the recap of that game. 6-0, 3-0 on the road, 3-0 at home. So man, Chiefs are playing well. Here's the thing, even considering in each game having some just kind of things that really haven't went well. We have found you okay over there?
Yeah, I don't know. That was my excitement.
No, it's okay. We're good. We are finding a way to win, and that's what great teams do. Great players do. Great coaches do. That's what we love to see, especially some of these opponents that playoff teams. Several of them, at least 3. Teams that are, tough between the Ravens, the Bengals, the 49ers, 3 tough games, Falcons, So just finding a way to win in those moments is just show the grit and the motivation they have to just see things through. So that was big there. And then the big news of this morning, finalizing a trade for tight ends, wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins.
We're getting hot, baby.
We're getting D-Hop. It's finally happening.
D-Hop is hopping on a plane to Kansas City, baby.
Yes, he is.
Let's go.
So I'm really great that we're finalizing this deal because, I don't know. They probably would have brought MVS back or something. You know what I mean?
Well, he's in the Saints now, so we didn't have a shot.
Oh, did they pick him up?
The Saints picked up MVS.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, good. So, we didn't have to worry about that. But
don't got to worry about that.
Yeah. So, D-Hop is coming through. What is on kind of what they're just showing on the table right now is for them to receive a 4th-round conditional pick.
Right. 5th round or 4th round, depending on.
Yeah. Depending on what stats that they put to him to do this year, that will make it, whichever.
If we make a Super Bowl, all that stuff.
Yeah, whichever pick it may fall. So this is huge, and we'll mention his stats here, but this is huge because we've needed some. Our receiving room is banged up majorly. So
hurt. Well, I think the biggest thing about this is that the Titans are willing to eat half of his salary for the year.
Yeah.
So that's got to be the biggest thing because we don't have a whole lot of cap. Baby.
Yeah,
we don't have a lot of cap.
Well, yeah, and then so with it kind of going through a little bit of within that cap area, on paper at the moment before everything's finalized with them coming, it looks for us to be in the hole about -$4 million. So they're as they're finalizing this and all the money details roll out, then obviously this will change, and we'll see what needs to happen, whether We look to restructure, which, the one name that I think that we look to is Juwan Taylor's contract.
Yeah.
If they're happening to do that, I think that is I think that would be the top player to do so.
That's a huge cap hit.
Yeah, because, the thing with Tooney is, with a couple years left, I don't know, not that he's playing bad or anything, but it just keeps that money continuing out, and just depending on like what you truly, want to do with them, whatever the option is for his last year. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so I think you go with Taylor, who's free agent in 2027. I think you just kind of do that. Again, we understand some of the penalty different things that are there, but he's still holding up well, blocking well.
They already got DeAndre Hopkins on the active roster for us.
Yeah, they do, and that's what shows the 4.7 minus cap hit, because all the details with the money aren't finalized there. So this is huge. We know he's in his 12th year, but D-Hop still got some hands. He can still play, and we just need a guy that can get some separation and just make big plays, which he has done all throughout his career.
So think about this. A big thing that I heard, and I was talking to other people about this morning, the other people being my dad. But it's DeAndre Hopkins has only played less than 15 games twice. One due to injury, the other due to a suspension. So he's a sustainable player, right?
All throughout his career. Yeah. And so far with the Titans, they got some quarterback issues and stuff like they're trying to work out there. But on the year, D-Hop has 15 receptions, 173 yards, 1 touchdown, and he's averaging 11.5 yards a catch.
But that's with Will Levis.
Yeah, that's with Will Levis.
Throwing him the ball.
And this week, Mason Rudolph. And here's the thing, they haven't used him well.
No.
Because they've been utilizing Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
Westbrook and even Tyler Boyd. So, and it's kind of crazy because you're paying this man quite a bit of money to just not utilize him, which he's a proven guy.
Right.
So it's nice that the Titans were willing to deal, also willing to deal in the AFC.
Yeah.
Because I understand that I'm sure that a lot of the phone calls that we were making, a lot of teams like, man,
I just think they're still happy about L'Jarius Sneed.
Yeah.
That's what that
hey,
is.
yes,
Hey.
there it is. They're just paying back, more into that.
Yeah, right.
So D-Hop is going to be a Chief.
He's going to be a Chief.
So that is great to hear and to see, and it's good to see that the front office making some noise and just really trying to help in areas that we need.
Trust in Veach, man.
Yep.
Trust in Veach.
And what's huge is one of the biggest things that they kind of have been talking in interviews and such is, we trust the guys that we have. I think a lot of it was coming from the complexity of the playbook of like bringing a person in at this point. But DeAndre Hopkins is such a veteran in his years, and can play, all 3 spots.
The only
line
way,
up in all 3 spots.
Right. You the only way you get somebody is if they've played in our system, or it's a guy who's been in the league a long time.
Yep.
Right. He's played for several different coordinators. He's played in several different offenses.
Yep.
So he understands the game very well, and I'm just surprised they went out and got somebody who's in their 30s. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm surprised about.
That is true.
Because unless your name is Mahomes, your name is Kelsey, or your name is Jones, as I think it was C-Dot said yesterday on 96.5. Brett Veach hates the number 3 if it's at the beginning of your age. He hates the number 3. So, but yeah, man, this guy is as sure-handed as they come. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Pretty excited. I'm sure he's excited. I mean, he had Kyler Murray for 3 years, and then what was it, Tannehill last year? And
before he went to the before 2023, he wanted one of his top teams was the Chiefs. It was the Chiefs. They was just unable at the time to make some of the money logistics work.
Yep.
So he signed with the Titans. So he's been wanting to be a Kansas City Chiefs. So it's good to see
wants that shit,
play out.
Man. He wants that shit.
Yeah, it's good to see it play out. Hey, and guess what? I don't know.
Maybe he signs for less money next year.
I guess unless a miracle or a miracle towards the end of this season, or if it comes about next year that we re-sign him and Hollywood would just be reunited. I think that's another big part. Like he has a relationship with Hollywood Brown, and so with him being able to connect and maybe help him alongside of some of that playbook.
I mean, just because Hollywood hasn't played doesn't. He's still in wide receiver meetings.
Yep.
He's still in on the practice field. He's still with other guys. Like he's working, but he's still around the facility, man.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hollywood Brown is not absent. He watches the games from the stands or whatever. I don't know if he's been traveling with the team. I don't think he has. I don't think you can if you're on IR. If you're on IR, I don't know if you can travel with the team because you're not part of the roster. No, he could just go to the game himself.
Right.
But yeah, I'm pretty stoked about the stoked. There it is, Josiah. About DeAndre Hopkins coming in. He's coming in today, which is Wednesday. He plays on Sunday. He plays on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yep.
We're gonna draw up packages strictly for him. And honestly, it might be a thing where they just like, hey, run a route, man. Run a route. Mahomes will find you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing that with Kelsey. So a player placed on injury reserve can still travel with the team, even though they can't play in the games. So, I mean, I don't know if he's been going to the games. I know he tweets a lot during the games. So, I'm happy that we made a move that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm happy there's a team dumb enough to take on half a player's salary to get it there. So we'll see whose contract we adjust. Jawan Taylor, like you said, probably a good one, and it's probably incentive for Jawan Taylor to do a little bit better.
Oh yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's the game right there, baby.
That's it. That's that. But we ain't done for this episode. We're not done.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. We got football games. Week 8 of the NFL season.
Week 8.
And we're going to open up Thursday night with the Vikings at the Rams. Vikings are 3-point favorites. Only 3-point favorites, which is kind of surprising to me.
I know, because the Rams are not good. Well, they're maybe basing seeing some things come up because Kupp is back.
Right.
Cooper Kupp is back.
Yeah.
And then
the Rams said they want to deal him. Like, he might not be happy.
Yeah, they've been talking about that. And he said he's aware that, his name has came up and, he'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know how mad you can be with getting, he's getting
$28
paid.
million this year.
So, so I think he's
$28 million this year.
Wherever he's going, I think he's going to be all right. Especially if it's a contender team that's wanting him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's all right. He'll be all right. So, you said you got...
I got Vikes.
Yeah,
I got the Vikes.
I got the Vikings, too.
Vikings, again, they've been playing extremely well, and that game came to a last minute.
It was a last-minute field goal by Detroit that won the game.
Yep.
And then people last week were so there was a guy that commented on one of the videos, and it was like, haha, not close, or whatever. Like, I'm just like saying we were way wrong, and I'm just like, y'all won by a last-minute field goal. Like,
they won by
the
2.
Vikings.
They won by 2.
Yeah, the Vikings had a chance.
Yeah.
The Vikings had a chance. There was he got sacked on the last play, but Sam Darnold had a chance to throw a Hail Mary at the end of the game. So really, y'all's defense didn't do what it should have done. But they came out sluggish like we thought.
Yeah.
In the first half. So, yep, we both got the Vikings.
Yep. Vikes.
Yep. Vikes. The Vikes. No international game this week, so no 8:30 game. But we're gonna go to 12 o'clock on CBS. You got the Eagles at the Bengals. Now, we were very wrong about the Eagles game last week. We were very wrong. Mom, I'm sorry. I know you're disappointed. We got Eagles at Bengals.
And I'm picking the Eagles this week. Yay.
Bengals are 2.5-point favorites.
I would say Jamar Chase is playing lights out.
Yeah, he is.
He's playing really
good. So the difference between the Giants and Eagles last week and the Eagles facing the Bengals this week is that the Bengals have a crazy good offense.
Mm-hmm.
They have a crazy good offense. So I'm actually going to go Bengals with this one. Bengals at home by probably around a field goal to a touchdown.
Okay.
Cool. All right, next game we got a division game. Ravens at Browns. You want to say it on 3?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Browns.
Ravens. No way.
Ravens.
No way.
Got it.
Oh my
No way.
gosh.
Ravens.
Yo,
Yeah,
man.
which they had a big injury, lost their quarterback to ruptured Achilles.
I mean,
so.
who knows? Maybe Jameis is the guy. Maybe Jameis comes in and starts making.
I mean,
plays.
they wouldn't do them. I mean, they can't do worse than what they were. So,
Yep.
Hey, it was good to see Nick Chubb back in uniform, man.
Nick Chubb back in uniform,
Nick
man.
Chubb, look at that.
Nick Chubb. Look at that.
He had a touchdown.
Man,
So
he
yeah,
looks
but I got
good
the
already.
Ravens.
Yep, I got the Ravens
Got
too.
the Ravens.
Ain't no other way. Next, we've got the DeAndre Hopkins list. 1-5 Titans at the Detroit Lions. Detroit's favored by 11. Oh my gosh, I've said this a couple of times this year. If it's that close, I'm surprised. Hey, look at me. Look at me. We're gonna do this again.
All
Look
right,
at me.
try this again.
Look at me.
Okay.
Lions by a lot. There
Okay.
we go. Lions by a lot, man.
I got Detroit winning by 2.
Yeah. He said by 2.
I got Detroit.
Did you forget a number in front of that too? Or
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
0-2. Now they're probably gonna win by a lot. So.
Yeah.
Lions taking that game.
Next one, a game on
Hey,
Fox.
I will say,
Yeah.
it will be interesting to see Snead against Amon-Ra.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good matchup. But yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, L'Jarius Sneed hasn't had the greatest of years, but he's still one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
Oh yeah.
By far. Next, we got the 3-4 Cardinals against the Miami Dolphins. 2-4 Miami Dolphins.
I got the Dolphins.
Do you really?
I do. They projection they have Tua coming back.
Oh, is he actually? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
he's been was practicing this week.
I
and
watched
projected to
somebody
come back.
ask him. They were like, "Do you plan on wearing a Guardian cap?" And he's like, "No." And they're like, "Why?" He's like, "It's a personal choice." I'm just like, "Yo, CTE is already getting to this guy." Like,
oh yeah.
yo, like if I had the option and I have a history of concussions, extra padding for sure. Like and honestly, like those Guardian caps with the covers, they actually don't look that bad.
No, not too bad.
They don't look that bad. I thought they were going to look worse. They really don't look that bad. But yeah, I wouldn't want to wear a nightcap on the football field either. All right, we got. Did I say who I got? Yeah, I got the Cardinals. Can't believe you got the Dolphins.
I do. I got the
Okay.
Dolphins. I'm picking the Dolphins.
Imagine, dude. Honestly, for my fantasy team, I hope Tua does well because I need Tyreek Hill to do something.
Who you telling?
Something. Okay. 2-5 Jets at 1-6 Patriots. Nobody is watching this game unless your name is Damien.
Wait, which one's this one?
The Jets at the Patriots.
Jets at oh, jeez. Yeah, that's right. I have the Jets.
Yeah, I've got the
I was
Jets.
looking. Yeah, I have the Jets.
I got the Jets. I think
See what Devontae Adams.
I think Devontae Adams settles in, and him and Rodgers go for a lot.
I tell you, I'm sure Gary Wilson's loving it because boy,
jeez.
take the pressure and
yeah.
the looks off of him, and I mean, you see, I mean,
Garrett
he's
Wilson really hasn't had that, man.
yeah, but he's still dominating.
But dude,
I mean, a couple weeks ago, he had 23 targets.
which is crazy. That's crazy. They know who's getting the ball in that team.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So did I say who I got?
I don't know. Say it again.
Oh no, we didn't say. Who did you say you got?
I said Jets.
You got the Jets.
Yep.
Okay.
I got Benny.
Yeah, I'll go Jets too. I don't remember if I said that.
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
Yeah,
Well, you know what?
You said
I'll say it
Patriots
again.
for your
Yeah, you
I
will.
did not say Patriots.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my gosh! All right, I think this is going to be a really good game. This is a divisional game. You got the 4-3 Falcons at the 4-3 Buccaneers. This is for first place in their division, and I have the Buccaneers.
I think I put on my list here the Bucks, but I actually am going to go Falcons.
Okay.
I'm going to go Falcons. I would say, what's his name? Bijan Robinson has been playing extremely well,
Yeah,
and
he's
Drake
really
London
good.
is playing really good.
Yep.
And then the Bucks, man, that was a
They
bad
did
injury
lose Chris Godwin.
for Chris Godwin. Yeah, that was.
Yo, I just realized for this entire podcast, I have had sunglasses
Yeah, I seen it but I
on my
wasn't saying
hat.
that.
Nobody said anything.
I was gonna say something, but I didn't.
What the heck? Oh,
But yeah, Chris Godwin, he's out. He'll be out
Jeez.
for the year.
Yep, out for
and
the
Mike
year.
Evans, we don't know how this hamstring is going to be. So I think I'm going Falcons here.
You know what? I'm changing the Falcons as well. Thanks for changing my pick.
No, you already said Bucks.
Nope, I changed the Falcons. Nope. All right, next we got Packers at Jaguars.
What we got?
Packers at Jags.
I got Packers.
Yes. Packers have looked great.
Yeah.
Packers are looking great.
I don't like it, but they did. Yes.
I don't like it either, but Trevor Lawrence is not going to win 2 in a row this year. No. I don't think ever.
The Jags are struggling. But the rookie is playing well, Brian Thomas Jr.
Yep.
That's why I wanted him.
Yep.
Right.
All right. We've got the 4-3 Colts. 4-3.
I know.
Colts against the 5-2 Tekken. Imagine fight.
I got the
Texans.
I got the Texans.
So they're favored by 6. Man.
Yep, I got the Texans.
I'm going to go with my heart here and say Texans as well.
Okay.
I got the Texans. All right. One of the biggest surprises to me this year, the 2-5 Saints at the 3-3 Chargers.
Yeah. I'm going with Chargers because everybody on the Saints is like dead.
Yeah.
Like, dead. Let's be honest.
Oh, man.
Who's playing again? Oh, Alvin Kamara? Okay. Yeah.
I think that's it. Alvin Kamara against the entire Chargers team.
I'm actually choosing the Chargers here.
Yep, I got the Chargers as well. All right, we've got the 5-2 Bills again at the 4-3 Seahawks.
Yeah, I got this as kind of like one of my upsetted games. I got Seahawks.
Dang it.
Yep, I'm going Seahawks against the Bills.
I really want to go Seahawks too, but I hate picking all the same. I'm going Seahawks. I can't like here's the thing. I got to trust my gut.
Going Bills.
I'm going Bills.
I got to trust my gut. I went 11-4 last week. Yo, hey, I went 11-4 last week. I'm tearing it up. I don't know what you did at all last week.
I went 14-0.
Yeah, I don't think you did because there are 15 games.
14-0.
There were 15 games.
16?
There were 15 games last week.
Nope, 17.
So yeah, I'm going Seahawks on this as well because I gotta trust my gut. I can't let you get like super far ahead. I lost all 4 games. The 4 games I lost were like the first 6 games, like 4 of the first 6 games that were played on the weekend. And I'm just like, oh man, this is gonna be a terrible week. But yeah, we got the Seahawks. Next, we got the Panthers at the Broncos. Another like big surprise for me, honestly, in the Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos.
Sure, -9.
Broncos -9. I mean, I don't think the Panthers are winning another game this year.
Broncos.
They don't even know who they're going to put at quarterback. Next, we've got the Bears at the Commanders. 4-2 Bears.
Rookie matchup.
5-2 Commanders.
Slobber knocker.
Is he going to play? Is Jaden Daniels going to play?
I don't know, but I'm going Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders too. Marcus Mariota. I think it shows that the Commanders are just a really good team.
They put up some points last
because
week, bro.
Marcus Mariota came in and threw for like 200 yards and like 1 or 2 touchdowns. I don't know, but yeah, Marcus Mariota. It just shows that the Commanders are a really good team, right? You got your backup coming in and throwing up stats. So yeah, I've got. He's week to week right now for Jaden Daniels, so we'll see what happens.
I lost 5 last week, by the way.
You did lose 5?
Yeah, 10-5.
Okay, so yeah, we're still like I think I'm 4 games ahead of you on the season, so it's still really close.
Yeah,
one week can switch it real quick. So yeah, we got we both got the Commanders. Washington, or no, I'm sorry, no, Dallas Cowboys at the 3-4 49ers.
All right. I'm choosing the boys again.
I think I have to go Cowboys as well.
I'm going the boys.
Because,
I forgot to mention last week, Juwan Jennings was out too.
Yeah, Juwan Jennings was out too. Everybody for San Francisco was like, oh, but like San Francisco's so injured. You're right. The Chiefs aren't. We're without our number 1, 2, and 4 receivers, and without our number 1 running back. Although Kareem Hunt, all right now. That's not copyrighted or anything, is it? Is it?
Yes.
Got it. All right,
shoot.
I got the Cowboys.
Well, looks like we're getting our channel shut down, boys. All right, I've got the 49ers.
Okay.
So Josiah did something he couldn't figure out how to fix it.
I fixed it. It's fine.
Yeah. I got, you know what? I'm going 49ers.
I bet.
I'm going 49ers.
Yep.
I hate the Cowboys so much. All right. So now we're jumping to Monday night.
Monday night, baby.
Monday Night Football. The 2-5 Giants against the 5-2 Steelers.
5-2 Steelers, man.
Steelers are that division.
Yes.
Is on its head,
Yes.
in my opinion.
And in this game, Steelers is going to steal this game.
Can they steal something they're given?
I don't know, but my keyboard is not working.
Honestly, Steelers are gonna absolutely trash the Giants.
They're 5-2. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I did not.
I get
I
this,
think I had
Steelers.
them like last in their division this year. All right, now we're back to Sunday. We're here, 6-0 Chiefs going to Arrowhead West, facing the 2-5 Raiders in Vegas. Chiefs are a 10-point favorite.
Wow.
Well, we put
I
up
think
10
that's-
points. We put up 10
Is
points.
that the best one this week?
No,
the -11.
for the
was there minus 11?
for Detroit? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
There's a couple. There's like a -10, a -9, a couple -9s, a -11. Yeah, dude. This week there's good teams playing bad teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, Raiders always play us close.
Yeah, but they're in extra
They're in
shambles.
Shambles.
Their quarterback will be out 4 to 6 weeks, I think
Yep.
it is. Aiden O'Connell, who came in
Yep.
for Minshew, is hurt, and then Adams gone.
Brock Bowers is their one target.
Brock Bowers is actually playing
He's
really
playing
well.
really good.
But hasn't that been like the last several? I mean, I guess they had Devontae Adams, but just thinking before that when they just had Darren Waller, like Darren Waller was just the guy. You know what I mean? So
That's a Raiders thing, man.
yeah, but yes, I am going with the Chiefs, obviously. and
Wheels on the bus
the
go
Raiders
round and round
are struggling.
all through Las Vegas. Yep,
they're-
Chiefs.
They're struggling.
I'm going Chiefs by 17. Chiefs by 17.
Does that translate to a lot?
That translates
lot?
to a lot.
Yeah.
We'll win by.
that.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll take. We'll.
I'm going 35-18.
Yeah, I say we'll win by like 14. Couple
Deontay,
titties.
whenever we picked beginning of the season, was 34-10.
Okay.
You were Justyn 37-10.
All right, 30-14. I'm staying with it.
So I mean, you gave him an extra 8 points, but
We're gonna get some tutties in there.
it's fine.
We're
do have a lot
going
of receivers.
27. 37-10. We're sticking with it. I don't know how we're going to get 37. It's going to be like 4 touchdowns and 3
You
field
should
goals.
talk to your past self about how we're going to get 37.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns and 3 field goals. It just
Okay.
said that.
I know. I'm just saying.
So, yep. Everything in the red zone is going to be a touchdown. If we get stopped outside the red zone, it's going to be a field goal. So we're going to go 4 for 4 in the red zone, baby. I'm calling it.
All right, let's do it.
Nice.
Let's do it. All right. Well, so that's our picks for the week. We don't really have anything else to go through. So you got anything else for us, Dionte?
No, man.
No.
Good.
You excited?
Good. Yes.
We got D Hop.
Yep.
Got D
Got
Hop.
D Hop. Our bye week's out of the way, so it's just game every week. Let's do
Yep.
this. Let's do this.
Josiah, got anything?
Tackle tailgating season, one bite at a time.
Nice.
Hey, man, coming from the greatest tailgaters of all, the Kansas City Chiefs fans.
Yep.
Yeah, tackle it, man, one bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
All right, boys. Well, if that's if that's all we got, we ain't got nothing else. I guess you should like, you should comment, you should subscribe. We are still commenting back. We appreciate your comments, especially on the shorts. Apparently, the shorts are doing well for us.
They are.
You guys like the shorts, so we'll keep doing the shorts. Yeah, and with all that being said, until next time, guys, thy kingdom come.